At any rate, people, yeah, let's move on past this. Next thing we want to discuss, we're actually gonna do a review. We're gonna review an EP. This is an artist over the past few episodes that I've been punching in here and there. One of the artists them for me where I did not necessarily like as an artist, period. I thought he was mediocre. Right?
Yo,
That's what I thought initially. But just exposing myself to a little bit more of his art, of his music, kind of give me a different opinion. The artist who I'm talking about is the Patriots.
Patriot.
Jahmiel. Jahmiel now has a brand new EP, called Revamp, right? And
Wait, it came out when? When it came out?
recent.
Not
Actually,
June. It came out in June.
Is it that long?
yeah, June
Yes.
12.
It was June?
Yes.
Well,
We just missed it.
so whether we miss it,
The industry missed
we
it.
haven't
probably.
heard anything about it.
Yeah,
Exactly. So, we here at the Reggaecy, we want to shed some light on it. We want to give opinions on it. We want, basically tell you how we feel, and hopefully either we inspire you all the masses to check it out, right? And get your own and garner your own opinions. Or, maybe we say something where you feel like, you know what, based off how Oliver, she and Randy said, we're not going to check out the album then because it might be rubbish or, whatever. At any rate, Oliver, what you feel about Revamp by Jahmiel?
It's an EP.
Overall, yes.
It's a good EP. Very calm, very relaxing. That's the tone of the EP to listen to it. Is it something groundbreaking? And people might say we're being tough sometimes because I usually look at it overall. It's not groundbreaking to me. I'm a fan of Jahmiel. But to me, this was just something to keep the fans at bay. Like, hey, I've got some new music. Just to touch on the life lessons. To me, that was a really good record.
So hold on there, Oliver. Let's not go into the records yet.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that stood out to me right away.
Yeah, so since I give us a summary, we kind of want Shane to do the same thing, and then we kind of bounce back and touch each individual.
Well, all right. So then, all right. Let me, because I wasn't finished yet, but let me finish. I felt like a lot of the songs had the same energy. The entire and that's good sometimes. But for me, this was just too much. 5 songs the same. It was very bland. Very easy, but I mean, this is reggae. It's not, it was just too calm for me and too one pace. The entire 5 songs. Very monotone. But nice concepts, nice topics. He really delved into some real positive stuff. But to me, it's just okay. I'll listen again. I would listen again. That's it for me.
Shane?
Yeah. Well, for me, I like the EP. Especially because what I usually normally do is compare it to what I've heard before or recently, in a sense. And I'm happy to see a Jahmiel releasing an EP. Right? It's short. And honestly, when it was finished, I was actually listening out for more tracks. You get what I said? Decent little vibe, like what Oliver said.
Mm-hmm.
And the topics were good in the sense that I would listen again. You know what I'm saying? I listened it right through, and I actually listened it a few times. So great work in my opinion. It's not mind blowing.
Wait, great! You said great work.
Great work.
Great
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great work.
Because great work to me, I mean,
great work in the sense that we talked about holding ourselves accountable. Our artists holding themselves accountable. You get what I'm saying? So for me, it's not just about the music.
But I guess for me, great work is like Grammy or classic. You know
Like
what
I said, it's not just about the music.
No, but you think this is a classic record?
I said it's great work.
Okay, explain.
Right? Let me explain. So great work in the sense that him released it on him Patriots brand, right?
Okay.
So in business is behind it, his brand is behind it, and you know, him not caught up too much in the distractions. Right? A lot of artists right now we're looking and waiting and wanting them to drop something, and they're not. Right? So for me, Jahmiel is one of those who are actually doing something and delivering. Right? So great work in the sense that we talk about balance. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like he has his business part of it going, even if it's not where he wants it to be. Right? The tracks were really nice to me. So looking forward now to an album, I can now set a higher bar of expectations and what he can come with. Okay. Right? I'm happy that he's not, well, from my vantage point, not like still caught up in this MVP situation. I don't know what that means or what it stands for, but that wasn't serving him. Okay. I don't know if it's still happening or if it was just a phase or what the case is, but I'm excited to see him focusing on his work, getting records out there and be doing Jahmiel and focusing on Patriots. So that's what I mean by great work. Right? Like coming full circle.
Okay, yeah, all right. So my take before we go into each individual track is
if I say great work.
No, because I'm just saying, it's just that I'm saying if we're going by that standard, right?
Yeah.
Spragga would be great work. Popcorn would be great work. I think most artists in Jamaica has caught up to that level right now, where they own their own record company, are doing their own business. Yeah. So I don't think he's just the only one. Mm-hmm. But it's good sound. No, I mean, I'm not gonna tell you if you think it's great, you know.
So hold on, you know. All right. It's a 5-track EP. Mm-hmm. So in my own words, it was much of the same. Almost everything same low BPM. Mm-hmm. Same the tempo, the tone, the flow, everything was similar on majority of these tracks. So let me back this up again and said, remember I said initially I did not like Jahmiel. These were the reasons why I did not like Jahmiel. Not saying I don't appreciate this album. No, I didn't like Jahmiel because we were kind of in a climate when he came out of some real artists are step out there, some real top artists and knock are really a good quality. Great, as actually you use the word great word now, great music. At the time when Jahmiel first came on the scene. And I just felt like his pace was just not snail's pace, but his own pace, just smooth,
in the middle,
almost like maybe the humble man, where just take him look at time into running a marathon more than the
sprinter,
the 100 meter where we want to keep the tear up.
Yeah.
That being said, now listening to this EP, remember initially I did not like Jahmiel as an artist. Now listening to this EP, for me now, it give me a more, I think him going back to who he was in the beginning kind of made me appreciate him more, because I felt like, I still feel like the person who he has been under the partnership of Mavado and Alkaline, that's not him. I don't feel like that's him. While throughout that scenario, and he's still probably affiliated with them, he has done some really good stuff, right? Really good music. I just still don't feel like that is him. Now, right? Me can honestly choose a few tracks which we're gonna discuss after this that I think not great, but okay enough for me to listen over and over again, depending on the vibe. This kind of was more like of a relaxed, early vibe, meditation kind of vibe to me. Or maybe kicking it back with the, the initial stages with maybe a female then maybe basically and not being so aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Because so in that being said too, I feel this EP I show the humble side of Jahmiel. It also I show again the fact that he did the same thing as far as energy 5 times with 5 tracks. I think he's a confident kid because if you're not confident boy, you're not gonna put out them thing for your EP, for your own brand, and then again, the production, in my opinion, was impeccable. Right? You might not like the fact that everything's slower. You might not like the fact that this smooth and that whatever. But the production for me was really good. I like the production, right?
Yeah.
So that being said, people, let's get more into each individual track. Well, I guess we never answer the question. Do I like the EP? I think it's okay. I like couple tracks off it. Really like couple tracks off it. But yeah, let's get into that. The first track, Preserve Life, right? I'm a laugh with Preserve Life because of late.
The prayer.
Yeah, the prayer thing. This is something Oliver mentioned, and even Shane mentioned about Spragga Ben starting off the album with prayer. But you know what? Maybe the artist then just decide to, our God fearing, so we lead out with prayer. You know them way there. So I guess I understand. I mean, I fight it. But the first song, Preserve My Life. What are your feelings about it, Shane?
I mean, I think it was a good track to start with. I've become accustomed to the idea, like you said, of starting a EP or an album with something more related to faith and preservation and humility, etc. So it was good for me to set the tone of the rest of the songs. You know what I'm saying? It has its own vibe, and it came in well with the rest that followed for me.
Oliver?
Not a bad song. I actually like the song. The idea of starting out the record again with a prayer. I don't really care who think me either. I'm tired of it. I'll go back to my word again, innovative. That's 3 albums we've reviewed with the same concept.
It became a thing.
It's like, I don't think it's a thing. It's been going on for like, okay, try something else. That's all I'm saying. For me, it's not a bad song. He's actually done it better than the others to me because he attacked it from a different perspective. His writing is a little bit different in the fact that he was more talking about being at death's door and kind of like telling a narrative. Mm-hmm. So in that, I share what Randy said. He said he's very confident. It does come across in his lyrics. He doesn't have to force it. That is true. But for me, it was a good song. Like I said again, I just want to hear something different. Instead of a prayer, I don't know, start with something else. Yeah. Start with an upbeat record the next time. Start with a storytelling record. I don't know, just
right.
With the price.
Set the tone from early, but I guess this is the tone. Him set the tone from early, and the entire EP was this. So the prayer, it felt like a prayer, like a reflection type of thing. You know what I mean? Like I might reflect on things like that, man. It kind of have me even I wonder that, over this pandemic, this corona time, maybe him just get some time to reflect. And I don't know if this is the direction he's gonna be going moving forward. But like I said, this just feels like a total detachment from the warring ways of Mavado and Alkaline, right? And me appreciate this as Jahmiel because not that any of this was like great and knock it out of the park, but it more suited to him.
Yeah.
And
Genuine.
yeah, and I just feel like, yo, bro, be yourself, you know. This
Stay
again.
away from MVP. I'm, nothing against them, but I didn't even when I found out about personally he was in MVP, I was like, why?
Yeah.
I got the Alkaline and Mavado, but I was like, why? It just seemed to me like he wanted to be with the cool kids. Like, oh, let me, everybody thinks I'm this humble dude.
Yeah.
Let me be on the war side right now. For kind of show my versatility.
And I think him showing versatility on that front there with some of these tracks them and stuff, But this again is another. Yeah, this again is another low BPM acoustic sounding, and the track really short. So when the track done and the next one start, I'm not even realize.
The album flowed like that for real.
Yeah.
There were points I didn't even realize it was a new song the first time.
Right.
Wait, what?
So that being said, I think honestly, if 5 tracks, it's a cohesive body of work. The whole thing work together.
It is.
And then I went back and checked, and I guess the same writers on every single song. Jahmiel and someone called, I think, Hakeem Bingham on every single song, So Jahmiel Foster and Hakeem Bingham on every single song. So, but like I said before, the production, I like it. Now on to track number 2, which for me, I'm gonna actually say is my favorite song. I feel like this song is something we review or maybe mentioned before. I'm not sure if we reviewed it, but this is my favorite song of this EP. It's called I See an Angel. Right? Oliver, how you feel about I See an Angel?
Again, I think just like the previous, it was an okay song. For me, it wasn't special. I thought it was okay record, good record. I'll listen to it. Again, like you said, very low monotone. I don't hate any tracks on the album, so let me get that clear. It was a good track, easy listening. So nothing negative about it from me.
Shane?
Shane.
How you feel, Shane?
I See an Angel. Yeah, I like the track. It's more like, on the romance side of things. Was, smooth track, dedication, come across as a dedication kind of track. And it was mellow for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, it's a song that will have you, reflecting.
Yeah.
Kind of nostalgic, was my experience listening to that track.
So this is what I did different. After listening to this over and over on my phone, actually, not a headset or anything, I went out and I sat in the car and I was like, yo, let me crank this up a little bit and listen to it. And yeah, I really like that one. I See an Angel. It actually come off even a song we might pick up and play on a regular basis or try if it's even early on during any of the local shows them or whatever, or any local DJ performance, I might play it. It might be something I introduce to the masses, right? Because it's first of all, again, it's a even paced, smooth track. The tempo not that crazy, regular slow, low tempo, but him just smooth on it. You know what I mean? Smooth on the track. So really like that one. I See an Angel. Track number 3, I'm not gonna spend long on them because like we mentioned before, the entire album is almost similar, same kind of thing. For some people, it might be boring actually, because of the same kind of thing for them. Track number 3 is called Life's Lessons, right? Shane, what you feel about life lessons?
Life lessons, like the first track is, came across to me like another reflective track, probably looking into himself and just talking about what, things that he learned and grateful that he has learned, same vibe, same energy. I'll get a lot of humility in that. And I guess speaking to his, his own wisdom over his career probably or prior, just reflecting on what he, come to learn. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people can relate to that kind of song.
Oliver?
That's my favorite record on the album. I've heard it before a few times.
Okay.
I think for me the chorus does it as well. I think Jahmiel is very good at putting his experiences across on records. He's good at storytelling, good at putting certain words together that make you feel some form of emotions from the record. So I love the line where he say, even when the burden get heavier, call upon Jah without cellular. So stuff like that is something that's his bag. When he's in that bag, he can do it better than anyone else.
Right.
So I'm very reflective. I'm good pan doing that. So this song to me was very good. I think this one probably had a little bit more increase on the energy, not much, but a little bit more. But I can see this record being played and being appreciated by people from different cultures, not just the average reggae or dancehall fan.
All right. So life lessons to me. My notes for this was this is like this is humbling. This is like stark contrast again to MVP days. Like nothing like when my father and alkaline them a flex. Like, dude, why you don't stick to it? Nah, say do it at this pace all the time. But this is you. This is you. You know, that other stuff or whatever, that's not you, bro. That's not you. So yeah, I want to
Do
say
you think it was industry pressure?
At the time, well, industry pressure as well as
peer pressure?
more peer
pressure from himself.
I think it's peer pressure because both.
I think it could be culture as well.
I think both
because
industry, peer pressure. Let me tell you why I say that. Remember, the music business was going at a certain pace before this pandemic. Not only that, now in there he was rolling with the hot boys, my father and alkaline. So it's like the pressure there now for him for kind of be like them, kind of pull him out of himself. You dig? And this to me this is him. I don't know.
I think it was good for him, the experience, and it comes back to what we talked about on another segment where the clash situation comes in, where I need to show that I can do it. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of the times they do it because that's what the people want, or that's the assumption, right? That's the idea that this is what the people want. Because I remember him saying, I don't remember if it was an interview or just a post where he was saying that he needs to, let the people know that he can do a bad man song as well and do it good. You know what I mean? So I think that was his way of showing what he can do, or showing the extent of his versatility.
Very much
Yeah.
Next song is called Lights Off. Oliver, your feelings?
This was all right. This is a romantic record. I guess I'm girl tune this. It was okay. He's done these records before. He's good at these records too. For me, it was okay. Nice record to play and listen to. Goes again, flow with the rest of the album. So, it didn't really nothing stand out to me though more than the other songs, like the last one I liked. So that's it for me.
Yeah, this was a like an extension of the other one, I See an Angel. You know what I mean? More on an intimate scale or on an intimate level. You know, goes well with his demeanor, his vocals, and delivery. Smooth. You know, that track worked for me.
Yeah, I mean, just connect it with the same track. I See an Angel. Yeah, same smooth flow. I jotted down that I like this one as well. Actually, of this 5-track EP, the ones that I chose for myself was I See an Angel and Lights Off. Those 2 tracks, right? And basically something like a early vibe kind of thing that not really pressing people too much, but easy listening really. Um, yeah. The next track is the final track on the EP because I want to get through this game. Shining. Me kind of compare the next track here with the first track. It's like basically you might close off the EP, right? But Oliver, how you feel about this? Shining.
It's not a bad song, but for me, it was my least favorite on the album. Maybe it's because it was towards the end, but I listened to it a couple times. All right, song. Like again, I said, goes with the flow of the rest of the album. But for me, it was not the strongest of the records. Like you, my strongest was actually the first song that might shock people and Life Lessons. Those were my 2.
Okay.
All right. So Shining. I like this track in the sense that it's like the flip side that we always talk about how our culture love the struggle tunes. You know what I mean? This track was definitely on the opposite side of saying, yo, I'm shining. You know what I mean? Like basically, basically saying, yo, I'm thriving and I'm improving. I'm becoming better. So for me that's good that's how you should talk to yourself. So beyond the music on a daily basis, people need to be telling themselves that, yo, I'm shining. You know what I mean? So that for me was more on a, mental level. You know what I mean? I really like this one. I like when it actually ended, I was looking for more.
Okay.
So for me, it ended on a high note with this track.
Yeah, for me, Shining now. So for me, what I appreciated about this, and overall again, it comes off as again, Jahmiel is a very humble young man, right? Also, I'm not afraid to express the fact that he's a God-fearing person, right? Um, almost feels like that track I tell us, yo, some reflection, he lost his way, and this corona pandemic kind of brought him back. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. It kind of gave him time to return to his roots, and this is like the capstone on the entire body of work to say, yo, look, I've been there, I've done that, blah 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 blah. But this is who I am. It kind of leads me to speculate whether maybe something will go on at the camp, the MVP camp. Maybe him, since him do something like this, is there a separation of sorts? Because, like I said, this is a big contrast. This entire body of work is a big contrast to anything I would expect to hear from Mavada or Alkaline. Yeah, and that is the album. That is Revamp. And look why I named the album again, Revamp. So,
yeah.
What that'll lead you to think? Is a repeat or a return to something, right? Return to your roots, revamp, right? So, where's that tell us? In my return to your roots, I'm finished, I'm done with certain ways, or what is it saying to you? And for those who haven't heard this album, I would it's a cohesive body of work. I like the production. Nothing groundbreaking here. Like I said, some might think it boring because everything kind of sounds similar, but it's really quick. It's not
Yeah.
anything that they're gonna really lose time over. So
Yeah, something to lead up to a album, a full album.
yeah, so
Later on.
I encourage people to, possibly, if you have the time, go and check it out. If you guys have anything else to say about this, let me know how you feel.
That's it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something I'll be listening to more, because I really like the tracks on it, and it's a really mood settling kind of project.
The only thing me would have said still, me know why Shane would have like this, that EP, yeah. Because Shane big for the meditation and everything there,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of feel like this that's something where it should have come around, fall around, your area of, feeling and thought and thinking and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah.